All right, Herc, time for some drippin' or trippin'. As you can tell, it is MLS kit launch week. For real this time, we really mean it. Will Ferrell, part of the LAFC kit launch. We're getting a good look at it here. What do you think? Drippin' or trippin'?
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. You know, I was a big wrestling fan back in the 90s, early 2000s, maybe even the 80s when I was a little boy, and it reminds me kind of a Gold Rush. I don't know if you remember Gold Rush.
No, I'm too young.
You're more like Herculez Hernandez and Ric Flair and those things. Yes, but it's a nice little jersey that LAFC sent our producer Beto. My other LA friends must have misplaced my address in the mail because I have not yet received. Oh, it's tomorrow, right? It's tomorrow. Okay, he's right. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought you like to give the Galaxy love. You say they take care of the alums and
they do.
I'm sure
They
you get
do.
a shirt.
They actually do take care of the alums. I like this little color scheme, though. I think it's sweet. And the pinstripes, original, I guess.
Yep, drippin'. We're giving it a drippin' here for the LAFC home kit for 2024. All right, there was a bunch of other kits, obviously, as well, Herc. Why don't you tell us what you think of the Seattle Sounders kit? Let me go out on a limb and guess.
I mean, chef's kiss. Well, listen, I know you guys like to have a laugh out here, but what are we gonna put
Sounders
on?
TV.
What are we gonna put? DC United's like Walmart Black? I mean, let's be realistic here when we talk about the Sounders kit. The 50th anniversary kit. Not only did they do it right with the homage to the past, we see right there Brian Schmetzer, we've seen stars of the past, Roman Torres, some other stars in the 70s and whatnot.
Where's Herc?
But I'm part of the media now, so, you know, I understand. I had to politely decline. But it's amazing to me how they knock it out of the park the way they did. By far and away the best kit in Major League Soccer this year, the 50th anniversary kit. Got a little crazy orca right there. I don't know if you follow Cavincho online. He's a MLS content creator.
Sporting Kansas City, our guy.
He knocked it out of the park in his analysis of the Seattle Sounders and their kit. The color scheme to me is hot. And I know a lot of people aren't high on the shorts.
I love the shorts. I think that's a part of this jersey I like the best.
I like the shorts. I love the color scheme. I love how they play homage with the orca. They play homage with the, you know, the Space Needle. Everything about this is.
I'll agree with you for once.
Large, please.
I'll agree with
Large.
you. That's a very, very nice looking kit. And I don't know what people complain about with those shorts. I think it's a great combination. All right, so you're giving a drip into the LAFC, a drip into the Sounders kit. Yeah. Let me throw one out here that I like, okay?
Okay.
Now, nobody's watching this show for my fashion sense. Nobody's following me for fashion. But I gotta say, I like the RSL primary kit. Now, primarily, I like this because they got a cool mountain design on it, right? If you've ever been to an RSL game, it's right at the foot of the mountains there. I think it's the Wasatch Front. Beautiful, beautiful backdrop. I mean, truly a part of what RSL is a club, but what their community is about out there in Utah. And I think it looks good. Got a little Barcelona feel to it. I know producer Beto will love that. To it. So I like it, and I like the gold color as well. I think it's a good compliment. But listen, I just got to generally say, Herc, because we're working through the drippins here. There was a lot of good kits this year in MLS.
There were. I love Kansas City's kit. I thought was hot as well. The Argyle.
Totally.
Yeah, I saw Alan Pulido's.
Red Bull, New York City.
The Red Bull one was very
Philly
sick.
was good. As a DC United guy, I couldn't pick any of those.
Yeah.
But way better than years past.
Can I tell you what I appreciate from LAFC, from Seattle Sounders, from RSL, from all these clubs we're talking about?
By the way.
Yeah, just a drip. All these that we're talking about is they took a chance.
Yes.
They did something interesting.
Yep.
Like, I'm going to tell you my tripping in a second, and you will see why it's a tripping. Yeah. Like, there is something interesting about the scheme, the mountain landscape, whatever you want. It is different. It is different. Embrace it. And then sometimes they just slap their sponsor's logo on a T-shirt, and here it is. And we'll get to that.
Yes. To hit a home run, you have to swing. You can't leave your bat on the shoulder. And I think you can argue that our first trip in here is very much the definition, from a jersey standpoint, of leaving your bat on your shoulder. What did Toronto FC do?
You miss 1,000 shots. You know, how does that go? I don't know the Michael Scott quote.
Yes. You miss 1,000% of the shots you don't take. 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. There we go.
Of course. Shot not taken here.
Well, this is just terrible. I am sorry. But you should be ashamed of like literally on a high school training top, putting the logo of the sponsor and then the Apple logo on the sleeve and saying, Here it is, $159 a pop. But if you want a number like Bernadeschi or Insigne, we'll go ahead and charge you $195. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing,
Woof.
Toronto. You're way better than that. The city deserves more than that. Drake deserves more than that.
It's also lame because it's the same sponsors we've seen on everybody else. What are they, like 3 or 4 kits that are a BMO sponsor? We got 2 or 3 stadiums that are a BMO sponsor. Dude, there's literally nothing original about this.
Do you know how cool it would have been
kit.
if there was an owl right there, you know, for like Drake or something relative to Toronto, or maybe like an off Blue Jay, whatever the case may be. You had so many different ways you could have gone with. Would have been an iconic kit, and thank you. That's better than what we were just watching.
That's right. The screen, for those listening on the podcast, the screen cut to black. It's better than the Toronto FC kit. All right, my trippin here is a leak. Let's wait for full-on final confirmation, but it is the Columbus, I guess what I'm best going to refer to it as, the Charlie Brown kit. Now, for anybody who's watched Charlie Brown, the cartoon, I know it's 100 years old, but it's literally on every year, so you know what Charlie Brown's shirt looks like. It's yellow with kind of a black, you know, I don't know, zigzag going through it. You see this shirt, and it makes you think of Charlie Brown. Not the champions, not the beautiful playing champions of Major League Soccer. For Toronto FC, bad team, bad kit. Columbus, you don't talk about somebody that deserves better than this, Herc.